Hey everyone, I just got back from seeing the movie Gravity. I'm going to first start out by saying this isn't a movie I would normally see in theaters. Not that it did not interest me in the previews, but again, this is a movie I'd probably wait to see on DVD, which would appear on Netflix or Redbox and whatnot. But the reason I actually did go see it in theater was apparently it's up for Movie of the Year on IMDb, which is Internet Movie Database. It got like a fucking 8.7 out of 10, which is very high. I mean, most movies, I would say like top 3% get 8 or higher. So it got like almost close to 9, which it was very rare. And it made a boatload of money in the 2.5 weeks it's been in theater. So I thought, what the hell? I wanted to go see it. So the actors in this movie, there are two big actors, which is Sandra Bullock and George Clooney. Now, Sandra Bullock usually plays like the romantic comedies. Besides movies like Speed and Demolition Man, she usually plays like the typical romantic comedies, which that's fine. I mean, I like Sandra Bullock as an actress. I've watched pretty much everything she's done. I like her a lot. And then you have George Clooney, sexiest man of the year. George Clooney's really cool, like when I think of George Clooney, I think like Ocean's 11. He's a cool guy. I love George Clooney. He always plays a charismatic a character in a movie. But anyway, I went to see this movie and I was not disappointed. Basically, first of all, I will tell you the visuals of this movie are beautiful. I have no idea. I know nothing about how movies are made, but I am a big cinephile. But it really feels like these characters are out in space, and it makes you feel kind of part of the crew. What's unique about this movie is like most of Hollywood anymore is like a bunch of remakes, but Gravity kind of takes that. It's an original film. There are only 2 or 3 actors in this movie. It's about an hour and 40-minute movie, but that's unique. It's a quick movie. It hits you in the face right away, and to only have 2 actors in it, actresses, is pretty cool. So basically, what it is Sandra Bullock's character is some kind of doctor scientist, and she is working out in space with George Clooney, who is the typical astronaut. Now, again, I will give minor spoilers in this movie. What you've seen in the trailer is basically what I will explain. So there are very, very few spoilers here. But Sandra Bullock's character, Ryan's her name, is working on some kind of like medical, I don't know, it's really not explained, but medical procedure. And George Clooney's character is basically the astronaut. But they are warned in the very beginning of the movie that the Russians have launched some kind of missile against some kind of spy satellite. So they're basically destroying their own stuff because they've been had basically. But shit goes flying where disasters happen which I don't know a lot about space. I mean, I've watched a couple movies and History Channel type stuff, but goddamn is space terrifying. In the movie they do a good job. I didn't know there was no sound in space, but when these Russians blow up their own satellite, it comes crashing into George Clooney and Sandra Bullock's characters. There is no sound at all, and you just see shit getting fucked up. Like the satellite is breaking up wherever they are, the space station, and they do a good job of that. Now, again, I don't know much about space, but I guess there's no atmosphere. So at one point in the very beginning of the movie, Sandra Bullock's character is out afloat in space, and she's going in a vertical 360-degree turn, and she's stuck in that position. And goddamn, is that terrifying, because she's floating further and further away from Earth, and NASA, which is Houston, they say Houston, Houston over and over. She's saying like, Houston, where am I? What do I do? What do I do? And she's not an astronaut, she's a doctor. And they're like, give us your coordinates, give us your position. holy shit, I'm surprised she didn't throw up, because it's like a roller coaster. She's constantly spinning in a direction further away from Earth. And like, you guys know me, if you've watched my other things, I am big into horror movies, slashers, jump scares. I love the horror genre. But one thing that separates that is that stuff's fake. I mean, like movies like Freddy and Jason, they're not real, but what astronauts have to deal with is, it's fucking terrifying, man. Like, that could really happen to you. And she's panicking. She's like, I don't know where I am, And again, she's spinning, and it's just terrifying. Like, I can't. It's amazing. Like, in the movie theater, I was actually like holding a napkin and clenching it in my fist as I was watching her just struggle, saying, the sun is in this coordinates, or I see this continent. And it's terrifying. I mean, space is crazy. And again, I don't know a lot about space, but like, holy shit! After watching that, I would want nothing to do with space. It's crazy. So basically, what the movie is her survival. It's only her and George Clooney basically in the movie, which makes it very unique. And it's a short movie. I mean, I don't want to give too much away, but basically, what it is her survival and how she gets back to planet Earth. If you haven't seen it, I would suggest seeing it. You don't have to see it in theater. It got like an 8.6, and again, not to be like a downer, but I would give the movie about a 7 solid, but I'm very hard on movies. Not that 7's bad, but a 7 to me, compared to IMDb, it'd probably be like me giving it an 8. But I don't know. It was a good film. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time, but I'm actually shocked it got such a high score. Again, I sound negative, but man, you gotta see it. It's one of those movies you see once, and you don't need to see it again. Sandra Bullock's character, it's basically about her survival. How does she deal with, this space debris hitting her shuttle, and how she gets back down to Earth? But if you haven't seen it, go see it. I wouldn't be surprised if it actually gets Movie of the Year. It's a great film, and it's original. It's not some stupid remake that Hollywood's been obsessed with remakes. But that's my quick review of it, so definitely go see it. So thanks for joining me, guys, and I will see you guys later.